Now on CoastTV News.
The idea that the politicians, that the founders wanted the politicians to be the ones making decisions about women's health is ridiculous.
What this man has done is absolutely criminal.
First debate is done. We break down how effective President Biden and former President Trump were in making their case to American voters.
We're looking at a comfortable Friday with highs mainly in the 70s today. Then the heat and humidity returns this weekend with Sunday showers and storms. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up.
Times in Ocean Pines, several happening just this week, like this one captured on video as we get reaction from the town's police department.
Rule violation reaction, what Rehoboth Beach officials are now saying after a FOIA decision by Delaware's DOJ.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. It's Friday, June 28th, 2024.
And if you're here for the weekend, I know a number of you are. Be aware of rip currents. We've been talking to Bob about this all morning. It's still a situation out there, Paige.
Definitely. I think we're lucky as of this year. No, we don't have anyone who's died in a rip current in our area.
Right.
But obviously that's not the case for the rest of the East Coast. It's been really difficult this summer so far. So be very careful. We're going to stay safe in the waters. But Bob, what are we looking at when it comes to later today, this weekend? Are you able to track if there's a risk of rip currents or no?
We can. We can see the conditions that are favorable for those. And we have an onshore flow. That's one way that they are more prevalent today. And also be careful around piers and jetties and things like that. We can see rip currents there. It's any area of water that's going out from the beach. That's where you really have to be careful when you're out in the ocean. We're looking at temperatures in the 60s this morning, and there's that onshore wind that could have that moderate risk for rip currents as we go through the day. As we're looking at cooler conditions for today, we're looking at mostly clear skies. There is a cold front moving through Salisbury right now, down near Ocean City, even a few light showers, southern tip of Delmarva, but to the north of that front, it's a northeast flow. That will keep us just a little cooler for one day. Here's Futurecast this morning, low to mid 70s at the beaches today. Well inland, maybe around 80 degrees, and everybody else pretty much into the 70s as we go into the afternoon, and looking pretty pleasant for your Friday evening plans with temperatures in the 70s, but make sure you have the sunscreen. Very high today on the UV index. It's a 9, and we're in that very high range really the next several days. We do get a little break on your Sunday, but once again, the sunscreen, the higher SPF, midday shade, limited time outdoors, and avoid the sun late morning into early afternoon in that very high range.
Thank you, Bob. Sparks flew at the first presidential debate of the 2024 campaign season.
President Biden, former President Trump sparred over topics from immigration to abortion, all key issues in this race. NBC's Alice Barr shows us some of the moments from the first rematch that could give some insight to voters.
Right now. In addition to that,
with the stakes sky high, President Biden delivering an uneven performance that left many allies concerned. With muted mics, former President Trump appeared more measured than in past debates, but frequently made false claims.
every single thing he said is a lie.
You're destroying our country.
The former president slamming Mr. Biden over the economy.
He's done a poor job and inflation's killing our country.
The president pointing to gains from what he inherited when he said the country was in chaos.
The economy was flat on its back, 15% unemployment.
The two candidates sparring over the border and immigration.
We are living right now in a rat's nest, and because of his ridiculous, insane, and very stupid policies, people are coming in.
And reproductive rights.
And if I'm elected, I'm going to restore Roe v. Wade.
In the sharpest exchanges of the night, President Biden calling out Mr. Trump's legal troubles.
How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star?
The former president denying wrongdoing.
I didn't have sex with a porn star, number one.
And deflecting.
His son is a convicted felon.
President Biden later saying of his performance.
It's hard to debate a liar.
Many voters frustrated by what they saw.
The feeling I had inside was, Trump, hell no. He lied through the whole thing. And Biden is like, oh no. He is really in a bad shape.
The fallout only beginning from a debate that could help shape this race. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And this brings us now to our Coast TV poll. We've been asking you, who do you think won the debate?
Okay, more votes have come in, Paige. I know the vote total has changed, but the percentage breakdown hasn't from last hour. Donald Trump, many of you think, won this debate. 55% of you say that. 45% think Joe Biden won the debate. And if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at CoastTV.com or the mobile app.
New this morning, we have a Delaware bill protecting against deepfakes in elections. That'll now be taken up in the House. House Substitute 1 for House Bill 316 would make it a misdemeanor to distribute a deepfake in order to influence an election. According to the General Assembly, that content can be audio or video, and it must have been released within 90 days of an election and intend on misleading voters. Sussex County Senator Russ Huxtable is a co-sponsor of this bill.
We continue to learn more about those car break-ins that are being reported in Ocean Pines. Police there say at least 5 cars have had items stolen from them just this week, with one attempt being caught on camera. You can see here the person trying one of the doors before quickly going away. While the investigation continues, Ocean Pines Chief of Police Tim Robinson tells everyone to always keep their belongings safe from harm's way.
Please make sure you lock your cars. Don't take anything for granted. Even though we do live in one of the most safe and beautiful environments in the state of Maryland, it can unfortunately happen anywhere.
In Ocean Pines, police say St. Martin's Lane and Windjammer Road, they are the two of the areas that have had break-ins. Cash and personal items are taken from those cars that were left unlocked.
New fallout after Rehoboth Beach was found to have violated the Freedom of Information Act when hiring city manager Taylor Tedder. The DOJ and locals there expressing concern that Tedder's qualification and salary were discussed behind closed doors. Now the city says, well, it does believe it was in compliance with FOIA, but admits this, quote, is a failure in the city's transparency. They went on to say, quote, we can and will do better. Coast TV spoke with one man who signed the petition to the DOJ, says it's nice to know the state backs the people of Rehoboth Beach.
It actually shows that the governing mandates here are that the people are in charge. It is no longer, we're going to do what we want, we'll do it in secret, and you'll just pay the bills. I am absolutely delighted that the Attorney General took such a firm stand for the people and for the people's right to be heard.
Now, technically, the Court of Chancery could avoid anything related to Tedder's hiring, but Gaynor hopes the city makes it right before that's necessary.
Following Maryland Governor Wes Moore's historic pardon of more than 175,000 cannabis charges on June 17th, he is now announcing the launch of the Cannabis Workforce Development Program, and this will help create paths to sustainable jobs in the cannabis industry. Applications will be accepted on a rolling basis starting July 1st. Happening today in Lewis, the next steps in that city's bike master plan as the public comment period it ends today. Lewis officials say the plan is designed to promote a bicycling community. It's a network which provides connections to popular destinations within and outside of town limits.
All right, we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, Scouts Camp Out. We'll show you what's taking place at this year's day camp in Georgetown and some of the favorites of the Cub Scouts.
Also ahead this morning, undeveloped developments, how one bill aims to rid Delaware of unfinished projects, even if the developer quits.
And coastal federal funding, how much money is heading to the University of Delaware thanks to a new investment focused on marine technology innovation programs. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Your Ford dealer presents Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. The rugged, renowned F-150 truck with best-in-class maximum available towing and payload. Want more? Visit your local Ford dealer. Right now, first responders, veterans, and active and retired military personnel get $1,000 exclusive cash. But hurry, offer ends soon.
It all started with a food truck and a dream of bringing excellent street food to our community. That dream became Tiki Jack's as we know it today. From mouth-watering street tacos to our signature sandwiches and street-inspired entrees, Tiki Jack's is the ultimate destination for comfort food by the shore. Whether you're dining out with family or looking for a fun night out with friends, stop by Tiki Jack's of Rehoboth Beach today for all your street eats and brews.
Holidays are here again. The Bargain King is your best friend.
Folks, the cheap just got cheaper. At Ollie's, everything in our store is 15% off, and we mean everything. Hurry in. Ollie Days absolutely end Sunday, June 30th. Ollies.us.
Ollie! Good stuff, cheap!
Come to Out in the Light, where your treasure awaits.
Nestled in the heart of America's coolest small town, Out in Delights is not just your average gift shop, but where you can go for extraordinary finds, carrying items such as nautical decor, vintage vinyl, jewelry, holiday decor year-round, souvenirs, and toys. Don't forget to add a little fun to your shopping by checking out Zoltar or our penny crushing machine. Find what delights you at Out in Delights on Main Street in Berlin, across the street from the Mermaid Museum.
Sunkissed Summer Mixtapes on 102.5 WBOC.
Sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
6:11 on our Friday morning. Beautiful sunrise on the Boardwalk Plaza Cam. Look at that. Ooh, the sun poking through that cloud. As we're seeing an onshore flow today, looking at mostly clear skies. We do have a cold front that's moving south now, right along the state line of Delaware and Maryland. Even a light shower possible across the southern tip of Delmarva. But to the north of that, we're in an easterly flow, and that will be a cooler day for us. And we're looking at temperatures in the 60s now, and those winds starting to pick up out of the east-northeast. On the golf course today, looking great. Make sure you pack the water, but it will be cooler out there. 79. I'm thinking faster greens because it will be a little drier. Mostly sunny and pleasant heading into your Friday afternoon.
Just your putting for those greens. Thanks for the tip, Bob. All right, for the first time in 10 years, Milton is bringing in 2 seasonal police officers to help patrol during the busy summer months. According to Mayor John Collier, the department currently has less than 10 full-time officers, and the 2 seasonal ones, they will aid in similar duties to the regular police officers. Delaware is going to be able to cash in on a portion of some federal funding. We're talking $16.7 million here. It's in marine technology innovation programs, 2 of them involving the first state directly. $1.75 million, that's headed for a University of Delaware program. Another $1.75, that's earmarked for Delaware, Florida, even Canada, to expand a program called BioTrack, which is involved in shark research.
In a letter to Congress, the National Taxpayer Advocate is criticizing the IRS for being too slow to resolve fraud cases. Their watchdog saying that rampant identity theft has overwhelmed the IRS, resulting in a backlog of 500,000 unresolved cases. The agency noting that it's working on a range of solutions to deliver faster service to fraud victims. A massive international roaming outage for 3 major U.S. mobile carriers is now affecting American customers out of the country. AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon all confirmed their U.S. customers traveling abroad are having issues making calls, sending messages, and using data. Third-party communications provider Cineverse manages international roaming connections for those various carriers, and Cineverse said that connectivity issues, these began early Thursday. Still ahead this morning, undeveloped developments, how a new bill would make it easier for Delaware to finish projects that developers quit on.
And Laurel on their Tyndall's casual furniture camera. Nothing in the way of rain. In fact, it'll be a cooler day with increasing sunshine. Then the humidity increases this weekend. Sunday is hot and very humid. Some storms expected. Your forecast details in 2 minutes.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Check out Preston Ford's 4th of July sales event and see why everyone is saying cars cost less in Preston. This 4th of July, you could save over $8,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Ford F-150 XLT. We have a wide selection of over 900 Ford models available for immediate purchase. Shop with us online at PrestonFord.com and we'll deliver it to your driveway today. The 4th of July sales event is the time to get your best deal at Preston Ford. Remember, cars cost less in Preston.
When you take a chance, chance can take you to unexpected places. Whoa. Bet Rivers and Delaware Park Casino. Feel the rush.
If you're experiencing ringing, humming, or buzzing in your ear, you may have tinnitus.
Tinnitus is a condition that can make it hard to understand speech, relax, or sleep.
If you have any of these symptoms, the first step is getting your hearing tested. The audiologist will be able to diagnose your problem and prescribe you devices that can alleviate your symptoms.
Hearing aids like Signius even offer tinnitus programs that can offset tinnitus noises.
To learn more information about Mast Audiology, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
Time is 6:16, and we're getting a live look now at Seaford. Got some clouds going on there in the western part of Sussex County, but you also see a little bit of sunshine. And Bob, we know this could be a Joe Nichols day, that Joe Nichols song, Sunny and 75. Somewhere somebody's going to get that today.
Somebody is going to see that along the coast, a coastal town, a beach community. Matt, definitely somebody could see 75. I think that is where it would occur, because I think inland areas will be just a little warmer than that. But we do get a one-day break from that heat and humidity today with a high of 79 inland, and somebody will see that 75 at the beach. 87 on Saturday. Then Sunday is a really hot and humid day. The good thing is it only lasts one day. 92, much warmer with the humidity, and then it's lower 80s and lower humidity into Monday and Tuesday. So kind of a roller coaster ride with the temperatures, and also the feels like temperatures comfortable today, but then our flow turns out of the south this weekend. We get very humid to maybe miserable by Sunday, and then it's back to the comfortable levels early next week, and then it's back to the humid range as we get closer to the 4th of July. Out the door this morning, looking at temperatures pretty comfortable. 66 in Rehoboth, Lewis 69, Georgetown 67, and Seaford at 67. Here come those winds off the beaches and onshore. So that onshore wind is a cooler one, a little stronger with the breezes along the coast, and that will keep us cooler as we go through the day. We are seeing some clouds here and there. Nothing in the way of precipitation in our neck of the woods. Maybe a stray shower southern tip of Delmarva as we're watching this cold front making its way from north to south across the peninsula, and to the north it's an easterly flow around high pressure to the north, and that will bring in some of that cooler air for today, but it's short-lived. That high eventually moves offshore, and then our flow turns out of the south. Futurecast this morning at 7 has those winds coming off the coast, so we're looking at temperatures into the 70s as we go into the afternoon. Noon hour, upper 70s around the 113 quarter, around 80 in Delmar, and there's our sunny and 75. Bethany Beach right there, 75 at noon, and you're pretty much in the mid-70s into the afternoon, and a pleasant Friday evening on the way. Temperatures fall from the 70s and into the 60s by tomorrow morning, but then quickly into the mid-70s by 7:30 as we start to see the humidity coming up from the south. Can't rule out a stray shower, and then we're seeing highs into the mid to upper 80s. It gets really muggy Saturday night and Sunday morning. Temperatures only falling into the mid-70s, and then Sunday some showers and storms, very muggy and hot by the afternoon with temperatures in the low 90s. A little bit of relief along the coast, and we could see some bigger storms into the evening hours. Feels like temperatures 70s and 80s today, mid to upper 80s tomorrow. Sunday's a tough day, feeling like 98 to about 104 degrees and even hot along the coast. A front will bring relief into the evening hours with showers and storms, and then it does dry out into the early part of next week. Taking a look at our Paul Davis 7-day forecast, and for some reason it does not want to advance from this particular frame. Now it does. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 79 on Friday, 87 Saturday, storms on Sunday and hot, 92, and then it dries out early next week, and then by the 4th we're up to 93, and maybe some storms after that for the rest of the holiday weekend and remaining quite warm.
Thank you, Bob. In Delaware, a bill that supporters say would hold developers accountable for completing their project is now moving forward in the General Assembly. Breaking it down for you, this focuses on road construction and maintenance. The primary sponsor of it is Milford Representative Brian Shoup. He says currently developers could put only 15 to 20% of construction costs, and then taxpayers would have to pay for the other improvements. If it does become law, a developer that left the community before a road was finished, DelDOT would have the money from the developers to pave the roads, and it wouldn't cost taxpayers.
Well, I think that it will keep some of the bad actors out who want to just take advantage of the stunning growth that we're seeing right now, and make sure that some of the developers that want to make a quality product and are willing to put in the initial investment and make sure that the product is up to the standards of what we expect here in the first state.
The bill is now being reviewed by the Senate. Time running out, however. Delaware's legislative session ends on Sunday.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, Cub Scouts camping out. We're showing you the activities Boy Scouts participate in during this year's day camp in Georgetown. Carnivals, concerts, parades, and pride coming up. I'll show you the coolest things to do this weekend.
Bring your blankets and lawn chairs to Red, White, and Boom. A free community fireworks celebration at James M. Bennett High in Salisbury. Enjoy food vendors, entertainment for the entire family, and of course, one of Delmarva's most spectacular fireworks shows. Fireworks begin at 9:15. And listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 for a special presentation during the fireworks display. For more information, go to coastcountry.com.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Are you looking for a way to improve your health and well-being? The solution is simple. Get moving. Whether it's a brisk walk, hiking, biking, or even swimming, any form of exercise can benefit your body and mind. Physical activity can reduce your risk of chronic disease, improve your sleep, and boost your mood. So what are you waiting for? Make physical activity part of your daily routine and start feeling the positive effects today. Remember, every step counts towards a healthier you. So let's get healthy, Sussex.
Jeep lovers, get ready for the Summer Jeep Fest at Pohanka Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get incredible discounts on every remaining 2023 model in stock, like over $10,000 in lease incentives or 20% below MSRP, and no payments for 90 days. There will be Jeeps galore, food trucks, fire trucks, and fun for the whole family. Make this the summer event you don't miss. It's all happening this Saturday. It's the Summer Jeep Fest at Pohanka Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Salisbury.
My baby drives a Pohanka.
Almost 150 kids in our area spent the week having some fun outside. We're talking gaga ball, if you know what that is, archery, BB gun shooting. It's just some of the activities at the Cub Scout Day Camp. It's a week-long camp during the last week of June, organized by the Sussex District Scouting America. Kids 6 to 12, they're enjoying the camp at Sussex Academy Elementary while making friends and learning new skills. We caught up with a very impressive 7-year-old scout who's in the camp for the first time, and he tells us what he enjoys the most.
Obviously going to be gaga ball for me. It's just I love sports, and I think that's a really fun sport. Might not be my number one, not my favorite, that's football. And also just being here with my friends, hanging out, doing all of this fun stuff is just really fun.
Someone let us know what gaga ball is, please, but organizers say they are already looking forward to next year's camp.
Looking forward to maybe there's going to be a professional Gaga Bowl league coming up soon.
Sounds like it.
All right, well, anyway, first we're alert meteorologist Bob Try. He joins us again as we are looking at, it's a pretty good day today along the ocean and Bay coast.
Absolutely. A little cooler along the Atlantic Ocean coast and a little warmer inland, guys. But make sure you're aware of the moderate rip current threat. We've been talking about this. It's been dangerous up and down the East Coast. Chincoteague and Assateague are looking at temperatures beginning in the 60s and 70s, and then you're in the low to mid 70s for your highs as we go through the day. So a little cooler at the beaches. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you're into the mid 70s. I think more of those clouds this morning. Then on the Bayside, much warmer the next 3 days. Well, 79 today, and then 87 Saturday, 92 on your Sunday with storms, and then 80 in Crisfield today, and then getting pretty muggy into the weekend with storms on Sunday. That's going to be the day it really feels like summer, and then it cools down again a little bit early part of next week, and then warms up towards the 4th. More in your forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Our local communities are shooting for the stars with this year's Independence Day festivities.
Coast TV's Mallory Metzner shows us where you can view fireworks as soon as this weekend and some other cool things to do. Patriotic celebrations are planned the weekend before and the weekend after 4th of July. Big summer events are back during the week, too, across Delmarva. Dewey Beach becomes Pamplona, Spain on June 29th. For more than 25 years, the Starbird has hosted Running of the Bull. The ceremonial kickoff is at 1 p.m., then chase the bull down the beach. People pack the streets with a celebrity matador to raise money for the Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire Company. There's a kids' version of the event at 10:30 a.m. It's opening weekend for the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company's 99th annual carnival. Ride the rides, play games, raffles, and bingo. There will be fireworks on 4th of July. Proceeds benefit the fire company that cares for the horses. The Salisbury Pride Parade and Festival starts with the parade at 3 p.m. this Saturday on Circle Avenue. Then the event moves to the main stage for performances until 7 p.m. The vibrant celebration of diversity and unity is taking on a 90s theme this year. The Irreverent Warriors are inviting veterans, active duty, National Guard, and reservists on a hike from Epworth United Methodist Church this Saturday. Organizers say these hikes are between 4 and 10 miles, paced at 2 to 3 miles per hour. A replica ship is dropping its anchor in Ocean City through September 1st. Visit the Neo Trinidad on Chicago Avenue, 3rd Street. Learn about the first race around the world on this floating museum of Spanish maritime heritage. A summer concert series continues, rocking the docks on July 3rd with a Fleetwood Mac tribute. At this music festival layout, you'll find vendors and food trucks and a VIP lounge. I'll MC select concerts throughout the summer, and Petey the Peacock will dance with the crowd. We have a link to the full season lineup, tickets, and season passes on CoastTV.com. It appears we've reached the dog days of summer, and here's what I mean. The Millville Boardwalk is hosting its 3rd annual hot dog eating contest on July 4th, and Taco Rijo will be showcasing a different gourmet hot dog for every week in July. On July 4th in Lewis, patriotic boats will float in a parade from the Roosevelt Inlet to the Drawbridge and back, starting at 1:30 p.m. They'll be competing for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place plaques. Children's games on 2nd Street start at 9 a.m. The Doodah Parade is around 4:30. Fireworks launch on June 29th in Millsboro and on July 3rd in Berlin. Celebrations on the 4th are planned in Lewis, Dewey Beach, Bethany Beach, Milford, Milton, Laurel, Salisbury, Ocean Pines, and 2 locations in Ocean City. Rehoboth Beach's celebration is on July 6th. Parades are also planned in Laurel, Milford, and Bethany Beach. We have a full guide to your weekend and your 4th of July plans on CoastTV.com.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can hack your information without you even knowing. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash protected. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from stealing your info. It's ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. With the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to fit your additional cards and cash. Call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount, so it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-613-4296. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-613-4296 now.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coverage you can count on. Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, First Alert Weather means we are always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
We have a strong line that begins to press its way through central portions of Sussex.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
In sunshine or storms, our promise is to guide, inform, and protect. Weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
NASCAR is cruising into Nashville. Then it's off to the streets of Chicago. Kick off 4th of July week with NASCAR in Nashville on NBC.
Now on Coast TV News.
We're looking at a comfortable Friday with highs mainly in the 70s today, and then the heat returns for the weekend, humidity as well. Then Sunday, showers and storms and hot conditions. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up.
Trump, Biden, it was a showdown, and we have some of the key exchanges between the two presumptive presidential nominees.
Election anxiety. We have some tips on how to deal with the stress of political news during polarizing times.
Crime captured on video. We have the latest on the car theft problem occurring there in Ocean Pines.
This is Coast TV News Today.
June 28th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Time is 6:32. We've been talking about it all morning. I'm sure many of you will be too. The debate last night, lots of opinions on it.
Yep. You won't hear ours, though. We keep it like that.
Try to keep it level.
Yeah, but we will be touching on it. Yeah, I will. I mean, we didn't watch it live because we were asleep.
I know, that's the thing. You know, you go to bed before it happens.
Yep.
You wake up, okay, now I'm getting the highlights, and just trying to gather that information quickly.
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
you know, it is the talking point of the day, no doubt.
Definitely. So if that's how you were too, maybe you missed it. We're going to have some highlights in just a second. But first, you probably want your forecast before we get into the debate. So we're going to bring in Bob right now. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, there's no debating that this weather is going to be nice today, guys. Yeah, I see what I did there. We are looking at conditions that are a little cooler than average for today. But out the door, we're looking at temperatures into the mid to upper 60s. So pretty pleasant, but a bit of a breeze off the ocean. Maybe a windbreaker along the coast as our flow is turning out of the east-northeast. We have a cold front that's sliding through Delmarva right now. We're looking at dry conditions, but that front making its way now south into the Chincoteague area, and along that front, that's where we have maybe a few sprinkles there. But to the north of that front, we've got the winds picking up out of the east with high pressure to the north, and it will be a little cooler as we go through the day. So here's Futurecast this morning with that breeze out of the east, temperatures into the 70s, and Matt was talking about sunny and 75. I think we'll see that for Rehoboth later on today. Well, there's Bethany Beach to 75, maybe lower 80s as we go into the inland locations, but a beautiful afternoon with temperatures a little bit below average and looking good for your Friday evening plans. Here's your boardwalk forecast, 60s, and then eventually 70s this morning, but a cooler flow off the ocean, getting pretty breezy as we go through the morning.
All right, thanks, Bob. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump went head-to-head in their first debate of the 2024 campaign.
Yeah, the two presumptive nominees, they sparred over a range of issues, mostly the economy and abortion. All are top of mind, of course, as many voters are going into November's election.
Yeah, the first of the two debates agreed upon by Donald Trump and President Biden.
And it will be some time, though, before the second and the final debate takes place. According to NBC, that rematch is not scheduled until September.
Well, first of all, I spent half my career being criticized being the youngest person in politics. I was the second youngest person ever elected to the United States Senate, and now I'm the oldest. This guy's 3 years younger and a lot less competent. I think that just look at the record. Look at what I've done. Look how I've turned around the horrible situation he left me.
We get a lot of credit for the economy, a lot of credit for the military, and no wars, and so many other things. Everything was rocking good.
President Trump has a campaign event scheduled today in Chesapeake, Virginia.
And President Biden will be at the Stonewall National Monument Visitor Center grand opening ceremony.
As we move on, new this morning, Delaware making moves to control what people can say and produce during the campaign season. This could be a freedom of speech issue. It's a bill in the House. It will punish people for making what some claim are deep fakes. House Substitute 1 for House Bill 316 would make it a misdemeanor to distribute a deep fake in order to influence an election. According to the General Assembly, the content can be audio or video, and that content must have been released within 90 days of an election and intend on misleading voters. Democrat Sussex County Senator Russ Huxtable is a co-sponsor of this bill. Cars just like these that have been broken into in the rather safe community of Ocean Pines.
CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us what evidence the police currently have and why this spree of break-ins is surprising to the people who call Ocean Pines home.
Car break-ins are out of the ordinary in Ocean Pines, and police say at least 5 cars have been stolen from just this week, with one attempt being caught on camera. You could see here the person trying to open one of the doors before quickly walking away. Chief of Police Tim Robinson tells us multiple victims have reached out.
We started getting calls first thing yesterday morning at 8 a.m. for 3 cars that have been broken into, and we've gotten some more during the day yesterday. We got another one this morning, and they're all in the same area.
According to the Ocean Pines Police Department, the break-ins happened on St. Martin's Lane and Windjammer Road. They say all the cars were left unlocked overnight, which led to cash and personal property being taken. Robert Pellenbarg is shocked to hear about the break-in news. He thinks the thief isn't a local like him.
I'm sure the increased activity in the summer is related to this break-in stuff.
While the police are still investigating the break-ins, they encourage everyone to always keep their belongings safe from harm's way.
Please make sure you lock your cars. Don't take anything for granted. Even though we do live in one of the most safe and beautiful environments in the state of Maryland, it can unfortunately happen anywhere.
The Ocean Pines police tell me that they believe only one person is involved with the car break-ins, but they are still investigating. So if you see anything, make sure to give them a call. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean Pines, CoastTV News.
Following Maryland Governor Wes Moore's historic pardon of more than 175,000 cannabis charges on June 17th, Moore announced the launch of the Cannabis Workforce Development Program. This program will help create paths to sustainable jobs in the cannabis industry. Applications will be accepted on a rolling basis beginning July 1st.
Happening today, the next step in Lewis's bike master plan. As the public comment period ends today, Lewis officials say the plan is designed to promote a bicycling community, have a network which provides connections to several popular destinations within and outside of town limits.
The Supreme Court will allow doctors in Idaho to perform abortions in emergency situations for now. Idaho law allows for abortions only when the life of the pregnant woman is in danger, while federal law requires patients to receive appropriate emergency room care. In 6-3 ruling, the court left in place a lower court ruling permitting the emergency abortions, but they failed to rule out the underlying conflict, meaning the court could take up the issue in a later case. This decision was widely expected after the Supreme Court Wednesday inadvertently posted a copy online.
Got more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, coastal federal funding. We're telling you which areas of a study at the University of Delaware are getting millions in federal funding.
And Summer League hoops in Frankfort. It saw Indian River girls basketball going up against the reigning Bayside North champs. Stay with us on CoastTV News today.
Many people take their eyes for granted, but a dilated exam that's thorough, looking at the retina and the front of the eye, can be extremely important. It can not only save your eyesight, but possibly even save your life, finding conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, or even tumors. So make sure that you make an appointment with your local eye care professional to have a thorough medical dilated exam.
For more about Chesapeake Eye, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
Join Salisbury PFLAG and Salisbury Allies to celebrate kindness, love, diversity, and inclusion at the Salisbury Pride Festival and Parade, Saturday, June 29th in downtown Salisbury. Enjoy entertainment, exhibits, food, drinks, performances of an eclectic lineup of local talent, and more. Plus, join renowned drag queen, cabaret performer, and Grand Marshal Magnolia Applebottom for the parade that kicks off at 3 p.m. Visit SalisburyPrideParade.com for more info.
.641 on our Friday morning. Tallinn Razor Cam, some cirrus clouds out there blowing in off the ocean across Delaware Bay. 68 in Lewis with mainly clear skies. We do have some low clouds around as a cold front is making its way now to the southern tip of Delmarva. To the north, for most of us, it's an east-northeast flow. That will keep us just a little cooler today. And temperatures are in the 60s. They'll be slow to rise as we're seeing breezy conditions along the coast, and we'll see those easterly winds all day. On the golf course, looking good out there. Make sure you have the water on the golf cart. 79, mostly sunny and pleasant. And call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone as well. I just updated it. It's sponsored by Baird Mendalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Delaware is going to be able to cash in on a portion of some federal funding. The Biden administration announced a $16.7 million investment in marine technology innovation programs. It's all focused on sustainability, equity, biodiversity, and climate adaptation. Two of them involve the first state directly. That's $1.75 million for the University of Delaware. Another $1.75 million being earmarked for Delaware, Florida, and Canada to expand a program called BioTrack that involves shark research.
A heads up if you're planning on driving on the Bay Bridge in about 2 weeks. At 10 a.m. on Wednesday, July 10th, the law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics Maryland will be crossing the bay. The right and center lanes will be closed temporarily while runners make their way across. Organizers say minimal traffic delays are expected.
A great program from the Milford School District is coming back this summer. Summer Meal Program runs July 1st to August 1st. It offers kids under the age of 18 free breakfast and lunch. There are 3 locations housing this program. They are Milford Central Academy, Miss Pillion Elementary, and Morris Early Childhood Center.
With some hot weather set to return on Delmarva, a great activity is to get out on the water, and that's exactly what Trap Pond State Park is offering. They have some new boat rental hours. So here they are. Weekdays, it'll be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weekend, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then the last call for checkout boats, it's about an hour before closing. The park says due to the low water levels there, only kayaks are now available to rent.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Summer League girls basketball in Sussex County is the real deal. And we had a thrilling cross-state matchup last night on the hardwood. It was an interstate battle in Frankfort. The Aces from Queen Anne's County battle the Fever from Delaware's Indian River. The Fever down 7-2 late in the first, but Maya Whittington finds a streaking Bella Marinelli for the layup, deficit down to 3. Waning moments of the quarter, Marinelli would return the favor. Finds Abby Bertling in the corner, steps through, avoids the block, and deposits 2. Fever down 9-6 after 1. Now let's fast forward to the third. Aces inbounding. It doesn't take them long to get a shot up. Taylor Jordan rattles home a 3, lead up to 11. Less than 4 to go in the quarter. Another fast break opportunity. Whittingham spots Jayla Hudson underneath, fools him with the shot fake. Bucket goes, leads down to 5. A minute later, it's the Aces' turn to push the pace. Layla Coles gets by her defender, drops off to Jazz Jackson, pulls the spinorama. Layup goes plus the foul. It's 23-16. More Aces action in the fourth. Coles quickly down to Michaela Cropfielder, secures possession, whacked on the arm, doesn't matter. Another and one. Lead back up to double digits, and that was enough for the Aces, who would go on to win this game 45-24. The reigning Bayside North champs showing they have what it takes. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
Here's what's coming up today at 4 on Coast Life. We are less than a month away from the 2024 Paris Olympic Games,
we're introducing you to another very impressive athlete. And this adorable face is looking for a home. We're introducing you to our pet of the week. We have that and more today at 4 on Coast Life.
We're seeing sunshine on the boardwalk Plaza Camp, some folks out about as well, and the breeze coming off the ocean makes for a pleasant Friday for Delmarva. Then increasing humidity this weekend. Sunday is hot and very humid. Some storms are expected. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on Coast TV.
It all started with a food truck and a dream of bringing excellent street food to our community. That dream became Tiki Jack's as we know it today. From mouth-watering street tacos to our signature sandwiches and street-inspired entrees, Tiki Jack's is the ultimate destination for comfort food by the shore. Whether you're dining out with family or looking for a fun night out with friends, stop by Tiki Jack's at Rehoboth Beach today for all your street eats and brews.
Jeep lovers, get ready for the Summer Jeep Fest at Pohanka Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get incredible discounts on every remaining 2023 model in stock, like over $10,000 in lease incentives or 20% below MSRP and no payments for 90 days. There will be Jeeps galore, food trucks, fire trucks, and fun for the whole family. Make this the summer event you don't miss. It's all happening this Saturday. It's the Summer Jeep Fest at Pohanka Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Salisbury.
My baby drives a Pohanka.
Just seeing the flood damage at Mom and Dad's house.
Oh my gosh, it looks like they're going to have to get the entire basement redone.
I'm just glad they're safe.
And that they have the money saved to cover what insurance won't.
I don't know that I'd be able to do the same.
You really need to get a rainy day fund. John and I have been working on ours. We downloaded the FEMA app and got a bunch of tips on how to get prepared financially. Want me to show you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take steps now to make sure you're ready in an emergency. Download the FEMA app today to get tips on financial resiliency and disaster preparedness.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water, or maybe into some hot water if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
6:48. Oh, officially 6:48 on this Friday. We're going to take a live look now at Rehoboth Beach. I'm shocked more people aren't there on the beach. I bet it'd be a great day for a little walk or run.
Absolutely, Paige. Looking beautiful on the beaches for sure. And a little cooler on the beaches as we have an onshore flow. And that keeps the rip current risk moderate. So really be careful out there. We've had problems with the rip currents along the East Coast. Look at our temperature trend for today. We're below average, 79 degrees. The average is 86 up to 87 on Saturday. And then the humidity and the heat really kick in on Sunday, 92. The good news is it's short-lived because then it's a cool down after that into the lower 80s Monday and Tuesday and lower humidity at that time. Right now we're in the 60s out the door for Delmarva, Salisbury 66, Millsboro 67, and we've got 66 from Bethany Beach up to Rehoboth right now, but feeling cooler as you're a little breezy along the coast with that wind coming right off the ocean and a little bit of breeze inland as well, as we are seeing some low clouds. The satellite picture not picking up on that, but some low clouds across Delmarva. Nothing in the way of precipitation as that front is sinking farther south. Maybe a stray shower southern tip of Delmarva, but for us, we're into that easterly flow with cooler high pressure to the north. So that gives us one cool day, and then that moves offshore, and then the flow picks up out of the south. We start to warm up for the weekend. Here's Futurecast this morning in the 70s, and that wind persistent off the ocean. By noon, some places not getting out of the lower 70s, maybe Dewey Beach, but inland 70s, maybe some lower 80s, Salisbury back into Delmar. By 5 o'clock into the mid to upper 70s inland, 75 in Bethany Beach, and we're in the 70s this evening. As we go through the overnight, it's a slow decrease in temperatures because the humidity comes up, the southerly breeze stays up. Here's 7:30 on Saturday, 70s and eventually 80s. Could see a few stray showers on your Saturday, but much of the day is dry, becoming very muggy muggy with temperatures into the mid to upper 80s. Very muggy by the end of the day, and then pretty muggy into tomorrow night and Sunday morning. Look at these temperatures, 4:30, 70s to around 80 degrees. It's going to be tough on Sunday. We're in the 80s, and then we're into the 90s by this afternoon. Low to mid 90s away from the coast, 70s and 80s at the beaches. There will be a breeze, and we will be seeing showers and thunderstorms, I think, firing up, especially into the evening hours. Feels like temperatures today, not bad, 70s and 80s, mid to upper 80s tomorrow. Then Sunday's tough, feeling like 98 to 103 inland, even 90s along the coast. That is going to be a hot day. And our muggy meter has us comfortable for today, but then rising into the very humid range for the weekend, then drying out into early next week. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 79 today, upper 80s Saturday, and then 92 on Sunday with the showers and storms. Dries out early next week, a little cooler. And then by the 4th, hot as a firecracker, 93 and partly cloudy skies for the 4th of July.
Thank you, Bob. Bethany Beach, the town has put out the requirements for people interested in running for town council this year. There must be a written notice of intention that's sent to the town manager, and this should be completed no later than 4:30 p.m. on July 24th. For voters that can't attend the in-person voting on September 7th from noon to 6, absentee ballots can be received from the town's affidavit. That's after July 24th.
It's now 6:51. We're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Let's do that. And today's coastal pet of the day is this precious pup on your screen right now, Josephine. Josephine is coming to us from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. So when you look into Josephine's eyes, you can tell she is searching for love. Could that be you?
Aww.
Go get Josephine. Somebody, please, this weekend, go get Josephine at the Brandywine Valley SPCA.
And of course, we want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special.
Take a look at your screen there. You got your QR code at the top. That way you can submit your furry friend to CoastTV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature.
Very cute pup there. We're looking at sunshine on our Seaford cam right now. Some low clouds, a little bit of cloudiness, but a cooler Friday, pleasant for us, and then increasing humidity this weekend. Sunday is hot, very humid, and some storms expected. Drier early next week, then getting hot for the 4th. Your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Pohanka Ford of Salisbury says it's time to get more at the shore. Get more for your money with financing as low as 0% for 60 months on a new Ford Edge. Get more discounts, as much as over $10,000 off MSRP on this new F-150 pickup. And our $2,000 discount brings the sale price on this new Escape to only $28,904. So come into Pohanka Ford of Salisbury this week and get more at the shore.
My baby drives a Pohanka.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Life is all about choices.
And on Delmarva, we know you have a lot of country music stations to choose from.
Well, at Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3, we believe we do more of what you want.
And playing stuff that we love too, like Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen?
Lainey Wilson.
Lainey Wilson.
Plus all the good stuff too, Reba, Brooks and Dunn, Garth, and all the classics in between.
So we're issuing the Coast Country Challenge.
Tune us in for a week and we're sure when you'll accept the challenge,
you'll feel Delmarva proud too.
It's 6:55. It's time now for things you need to know before you go. President Biden and former President Donald Trump went head-to-head in their first debate of the 2024 campaign. The two presumptive nominees sparring over a range of issues, including the economy and abortion. All of these top of mind for many voters going into the election. This was the first of two debates agreed upon by the nominees. It will be some time, though, before the second and final debate. According to NBC, that rematch not scheduled until September.
Got new reaction after Rehoboth Beach was found to have violated the Freedom of Information Act when hiring this man, city manager Taylor Tedder. The Delaware Department of Justice and a number of people who live in Rehoboth Beach expressed concern that Tedder's qualifications and salary were discussed behind closed door. Now the city says it believes it was in compliance with FOIA, but admits saying, quote, it's a failure of the city's transparency, going on to say, quote, we can and will do better, end quote.
The Supreme Court will allow doctors in Idaho to perform abortions in emergency situations for now. Idaho law allows for abortions only when the life of the pregnant woman is in danger, while federal law requires patients to receive appropriate emergency room care. In a 6-3 ruling, the court left in place a lower court ruling permitting emergency abortions. They failed to rule on the underlying conflict, meaning the court could take up the issue in a later case. The decision was widely expected after the Supreme Court Wednesday inadvertently posted a copy online. It is now 6:56. We're going to take a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Okay, Paige, Bob, we have comfortable conditions. It's Friday. I could say what could be better?
Nothing.
I don't know. Holiday weekend. Yeah, how about that? Something like that. All right, guys, we're looking at a beautiful Friday on the way, looking at comfortable conditions, and we have a flow coming off the ocean, and it will be cooler with upper 60s to begin the day, and then a slow climb through the 70s as the winds start to get pretty gusty out of the east today, and only in the mid to upper 70s inland, maybe 80 well inland, but low to mid 70s along the coast. Paul Davis 10-day forecast starts to get muggy into the weekend, 87 Saturday, and then it gets stormy and hot on Sunday, 92, feeling like at least 100. Cooler Monday and Tuesday with lower 80s, and then heading up to the 4th, getting hot, 93 on the 4th of July. I think it stays dry there, but we're starting to see more storms by Friday into the weekend, and temperatures in the low 90s.
Bob, thank you so much, and thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
All right, we'll be back with Coast TV Midday at 11. Stick around.
And for even more news and coverage, you can count on, download our apps. Have a great Friday, everybody.